Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rutech. Today, I'll be telling you guys about the best 5 monitors that you can get for $200. Over the past year, I've seen some really great monitors show up for amazing prices, meaning that this video is long overdue. You don't have to be paying a penny over $200 to have an amazing 1080p, high refresh rate, low response time gaming monitor. There's so many amazing options that I've looked at, and I've narrowed it down to these top 5 displays. So let's get started, but first, Exter. Alright guys, it's 2021, there's no reason as to why you should still be using an old-fashioned conventional wallet. Exter's got you covered. Exter has a huge selection of wallets that use high-quality leather. Let me show you guys the one I got. Yeah, this makes things a lot easier when I gotta go pay for my coffee. Conventional wallets are pretty big and flimsy and actually dangerous, but Exter keeps them small, slim, and durable, and RFID proof, meaning thieves can't steal your card's RFIDs through your wallet, which actually happens a lot. Lose your wallet? No problem. Exter's tracker is so easy to use. Just download the Japolo app, pair the solar-powered tracker with your phone with one touch of a button, and voila, you'll never lose your wallet. Here's how it works. Oh, there it is. The link for Exter wallets will be in the description. So keep in mind, this list is in no particular order, but I will be mentioning my favorite at the end of the video. So first up, the Dell S2421HGF. This Dell monitor is definitely the cheapest of these 5 options, but that doesn't mean it isn't quality. It has a size of 23.8 inches, resolution of 1080p, refresh rate of 144 Hz, and response time of 1 millisecond. It has a TN panel, which unfortunately means you're not getting really good viewing angles or color reproduction, but that wouldn't really matter in the world of gaming. But of course, that's up to you. As for screen tearing tech, it has both FreeSync and G-Sync, which means if you have the right graphics card, you won't have any screen tearing. The most awesome part about this monitor, when we're not talking about the screen itself, is this stand. This inexpensive monitor comes with a good height and tilt adjustable stand, meaning how you angle and position the display is completely up to you. You won't need to be stacking books. And if you don't like the included stand, this monitor is VESA compatible. Finally, for ports, it has 2 HDMI 1.4s, 1 DisplayPort 1.2, and 1 audio out jack. So yeah, all things considered, the Dell 2421HGF is super solid if you're not trying to pay the full $200. Also, it comes from Dell, who has always had really great quality control when it comes to monitors. Number 2 on the list is the Asus VG24AQ. It's a 1080p 24-inch 165Hz monitor with a half a millisecond response time and a TN panel. Like I said earlier, TN panels do not have the best viewing angles or the most accurate color reproduction. However, this Asus monitor makes up for that with all of its included features, one being, as I said earlier, the half a millisecond response time and 165 Hz refresh rate. Bezels aren't the thinnest, so this would probably be best if it was for a single monitor setup. This Asus display also has both G-Sync and FreeSync, built-in speakers, and a stand that can tilt, pivot, swivel, and has height adjustment, so you can really adjust the way this display stands any way you'd like, which is something I'm pretty surprised to see, as most monitors do not offer that much adjustability, especially in this price range. And for ports, it has 1 DisplayPort 1.2, 1 HDMI 1.4, a DVI, and an audio out port. So this Asus monitor is certainly aimed at the really serious gamers. 165 Hz, half a millisecond response time, made for single monitor setups. So yeah, if you want to have the highest and greatest advantage in gaming, this monitor is definitely made for you. Next is AOC's 24G2 monitor. If you've watched some of my previous top 5 monitors lists, you know that I usually end up recommending the AOC monitor. So let's see how this one holds up in this list. So the 24G2 has a size of 23.8 inches, resolution of 1080p, refresh rate of 144 Hz, a response time of 1 millisecond, and an IPS panel. Out of the 3 panel types, TN, VA, and IPS, an IPS panel gives the best viewing angles and best colors, so with this AOC display, things will look pretty nice. For screen tearing prevention tech, there's G-Sync and FreeSync, so you are not getting any tearing whether you're rocking a compatible AMD or NVIDIA graphics card. As for the stand, you can adjust the height, the tilt, and swivel position. For ports, there's 1 DisplayPort, 2 HDMI 1.4s, and 1 VGA, so you could definitely plug in many different devices if necessary. Number 4 on the list, another AOC monitor, the C24G1. This monitor has a size of 23.6 inches, resolution of 1920 by 1080, refresh rate of 144 Hz, response time of 1 millisecond, a curve rating of 1500R, which is a pretty noticeable curve, it's not subtle, and a VA VA panel. VA panels are said to be the middle ground between IPS and TN, as they have good colors, not nearly as good as IPS, but not as bad as TN, and they have decent viewing angles. C24G1 also has both FreeSync and G-Sync. The stand can adjust both height and tilt, so you can certainly adjust the screen position to your liking, and for ports, it has one DisplayPort, two HDMI 1.4, one VGA, and an audio out. Solid monitor in my opinion. It isn't really any better than the previous AOC monitor I just talked about, unless you like curved displays. So that's up to you. And number 5, the final monitor on this list is the Gigabyte G27FC. This last monitor has a size of 27 inches, a resolution of 1080p, refresh rate of 165 Hz, response time of a single millisecond, and a curved VA panel with a curve rating of 1500R, which, as I said with the number 4 monitor, is a pretty noticeable curve. As for vertical sync, this monitor has a G-Sync and FreeSync Premium. Something that this monitor really brags about is its color range. It has a, quote, studio grade 120% sRGB and 90% DCI-P3 color gamut, meaning the colors will look accurate, which is pretty impressive for a $200 VA panel display. This monitor also has built-in 2-watt speakers, and the stand will give you both height and tilt adjustment. And for ports, we're looking at one DisplayPort, two HDMI 1.4s, and two USB 3.0s, meaning this monitor using a special included cable can give you an extra 2 USB ports to add to your setup. So those are the top 5. They're all phenomenal, easily the best you can get in this price range. I honestly think every single one I talked about today is a good buy. But which one is the absolute best, all things considered? I've made quite a few top 5 monitor videos before, and this is definitely one of the toughest decisions I've had to make when having to figure out which is the best of the 5. I'm gonna have to go with the Gigabyte G27FC, and here's why. Firstly, I can vouch for this monitor. The monitor I have, the one I'm using right now, is from the same line. It's just the flat 1440p IPS model. Second off, you're not only getting perfect specs for gaming, being the 165 Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time, but you're also getting beautiful colors. The G27FC has a 127% sRGB rating and a 91% DCI-P3 color gamut. Lastly, this is down to my personal preference, but I'd take a 27-inch display over a 24 any day. Now yes, the pixels will seem to be a bit noticeable since the resolution is 1080p. However, I think the benefits of a larger 27-inch monitor outweigh the noticeability of the pixels, but that's my opinion. Like I said, all 5 of these monitors are great, and you're really not making a bad decision by picking one over the other, honestly. So that will wrap it up for this top 5 monitor video. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Have any comments or questions, drop a comment below. And if you enjoy the content that you're seeing, drop a sub. Also, I have a Patreon now, ton of awesome benefits that are available to you with every single one of the tiers. I highly recommend you go check it out if you like my content. Thanks for watching, peace out.